it's live. All lives. Where did the thingy go? There's a thingy. There's a thingy. There's the other thingy. Lost and run away. There it is. Alrighty. Now I've got to find some buttons again. There we are. Hello. How we doing? We're back. So, after having a bit of a break yesterday, it was all those late nights going up to 11, 11:30, 10, 12:30, whatever the hell it was, been taking its toll. So yeah, I really need the rest. As a bonus, being fully rested, I had some ideas. Some of them good, some of them not as good, as can plainly be seen right here. This is actually a bit of a tangent. Because, why you... Oh, because you're trying to get stuff from a laser turret. That makes sense. Yeah, this is a complete tangent. I was like, how good is a GPU factory in space? And the answer is pretty good. Like this one machine's making 550 a minute, but at the same time, it is actually consuming a lot, and you don't need that many GPUs. I mean, having said that, this thing can take four GPUs, which is nearly 2,000 a minute. I did actually try surrounding the hub in thingies, and it is possible. Plus fusion reactor as well, which is kind of incredible. The only catch that I see with the consumption of the fluoro juices is 1k a minute, which is an entire rocket salvo of coolant a minute, which means you need to launch a lot of coolant to maintain this production, assuming that it is actually going to run continuously. That would be the only catch that I see. Why do I want to make CPUs in space? It's not actually my specific idea. I just wanted to... so Colonel Wills mentioned it, and I've heard it from other people making these in space. It is actually a justifiable thing, because these come from Navis, these come from Vulcanus, these come from Fagora, these come from Gleba, and these come from Aquilo. And also this comes from Aquilo. And so the end result is, it's easier to have a single ship collect all these ingredients, craft them on board, and then drop them at the required destination, whether it be Aquilo or Navis. It makes more sense than going around to each... I forget what the calculation it works out to be. What was the stack size of you? 200. Versus like 500 for all of 500 or 1,000 for all of these. No, processing's a bit here or there. It means that you need less lift, or the theory is that you need less to lift the GPUs back to orbit than it is to make on Aquilo. My only counterpoint to that is, how many launches do you need to launch the cold coolant? That would be the only thing that would work against it. What is that? 180 degrees versus minus 150. That's such an arbitrary number. So yeah, that's the only thing that that would work against it, because you would need, like, if you wanted to do a round trip of the entire solar system in 5 minutes, then you need 5 Aquilo launches, 6 Aquilo launches potentially, including a lithium plate. Yeah. You look at it, 5 or 6 Aquilo launches versus what would that be? That would be 5 minutes. Yeah, it's actually pretty. Yeah, it's actually pretty much the same. Yeah, this is just a complete tangent to what I was working on. I'll just guide this thing back to Navis, and then we shall get to the point at hand, the Gleba at hand. It's interesting, the turrets, laser turrets don't do so well with the bigger thingies. It definitely still needs the the rocket turrets. And it needs more rocket turrets as well. Wow. There goes the fusion. Wait, I wanted that. Sir, you can't park there, sir. Dear. You blowing up my platform. What'd it do to you? I mean, when you're designing a platform, you got to break a few along the way, you know, just to iterate on the design and before you'll finally settle on something that is measurably functional. And yeah, as I was saying, there's not enough rocket turrets. And yeah, the laser turrets don't do so well. They're good on the small and the medium, but they can't do big. They really can't do big. They really struggle. See, they're popping the medium quite handily. But yeah, they barely tickle the big ones, or the medium ones. Medium? Which was which? You were shooting... No, you were meant to be shooting big. Well, we're past Gleber anyway. So, speaking of Gleber... oh yeah, there's that. So, this is the penultimate Gleber setup. This is doing 110,000 Gleber signs a minute. This is 10 of the signs builds that I showed off before. This is the next thing that I was working on. So, further to that, where are we up to? I had divine inspiration. So, we were talking about last time where I sort of had I wasn't happy with these things. I knew it could be better. And so, I present to you this design over here for... yep, there it goes. So this produces both carbon fiber and bioflux. So it does the work of these two builds in this build right here. You need more mold. As with everything... Oh, that's legendary mold. We want regular mold. As with everything in Gleber, it needs mold to function. Right, so you're going to go spin round. Round and round and round. Go. I'm going to start up the process. I would like you to not keep taking all them. There you go. That wasn't so hard now, was it? Alright, as soon as nutrients gets down to the jellies, there we go, it'll all spring to life. There goes the bioflux. Alright, it's running out of nutrients, but that's fine. We just got to wait for the bioflux to come around to the top, and there goes the nutrient production. So the way this works, you know, I pegged the two fruity fruits either side, the smoothies and the wrinklies, either side of bioflux. Bioflux, majority of it gets churned out this side. That produces, well, not 86k a minute. It's like 7... I forgot that other stuff's still on. It's one fully compressed green belt of bioflux a minute. On the side, though, it outputs a little bit down onto the other side of the nutrient belt, which then goes round, you know, up into the nutrient production, which feeds the belt, but it also feeds this recycler. This was the thing we were talking about that I need to think about, was how to implement a recycler. And turns out very effectively. Efficiency beacon as always. So this thing's 88 beacons, but it's got 3 efficiency beacons on it to keep the nutrient consumption down. We direct feed the spoiled nutrients straight into carbon production, which then gets fed into carbon fiber, which apparently is struggling a little bit. You're a little slow. Right then, you're going to get speed beacon then. It's catching up now? Yes, you should be catching up now. Well, if this chest starts filling up, then it's all good. And looks like it is, yep. How did that affect the carbon? Yeah, so it kicked up a little bit. Oh, that's spoilage. 6k a minute. You are doing that there. You can... Yeah, you can stop doing that, please, and thank you. Yeah, it should be like 3,000 a minute when it's running fully. Yep, there we are. It's starting to catch up. This chest could actually realistically only store 2 slots, or even 1 slot. It doesn't need that many slots. This one is 10 beacons, full speed, so it's 7 megawatts of nutrients, which is a lot of nutrients. So it annihilates nutrients, but it cranks out the carbon fiber. I'm actually pretty impressed how well this worked. So the reason I had to think about it because I wasn't sure if it would work, but I thought I'd try it anyway, and yeah. So all of this crap condenses down into this crap. So I'm very happy with that. So that'll be the final carbon fiber and bioflux production for Narvis that we'll take into the main save. The final component, this here, I still definitely think needs improvement on account of the fact that like the jelly goes on the belt for no good reason. But having said that, I kind of want to move on, and I might park this for now. And I'll just use it as is. I did wire a wire across here so that I can turn off the jelly inserter when it's not needed. So it only needs to fire off jelly when it needs to restart the iron bacteria production, which realistically is a better use because the jelly, like having a jelly sit idle, or part of the problem with Gleba is you can't really have a machine sit idle. It needs to do something. Otherwise, it'll always be scooping up nutrients. It'll always be scooping up raw products, which will keep going and spoiling. And that's where problems happen on Gleba, is when things stop moving. The rule of thumb is you got to keep everything moving. And that's where all these circular belts come into play, is that you're keeping the items moving. Terminating belts are generally bad. Having said that, this actually does violate that somewhat in the sense that the nutrients and bioflux does actually terminate. But this science is designed specifically so that it physically cannot stop, and Gleba science in and of itself cannot stop. If pentapod eggs stop, your science grows tentacles and starts slapping you about, and that's something you don't want. So this really cannot stop. And on account of this, it will actually explode into hundreds of pentapods, which is with their tentacles that will do horrible things to the base. You don't want your science growing legs and crawling around in general. It's true with the biter eggs as well. So yeah, that is, I think I saved that in the big book of Gleba. Yep, there it is. Having said that though, I'm going to recapture that. I like leaving the infinity chests and stuff in, even though you can't actually use it, because it tells you what stuff goes where, and you just delete it. Delete it once you paste it in the real map. So yeah, that is that. Is that another copy? No, that's an earlier iteration of the same thing. Yeah, that's an earlier work in progress, I think. Or is it the same thing? Yeah, it is the same thing. Never mind. Never mind. I'm just rambling now. So, we're going to take that into the main game. Right about here. And that'll be that. Now, I think I pasted... Did I pre-paste this stuff in? No, I didn't. Alright, good. What did I do? Oh, yeah, So, can't actually see it now, but I did actually pre-prepare some more... where is it? Ah, here it is. I did try and pre-prepare some more overgrowth soil. Then I forgot that I was pre-preparing it, and yeah, there was a lot of biter eggs with not a lot of time left on the egg timer. Thankfully, so if you cast your mind back, I would have said that it's actually, as I say, it's hard to tell now. I would have said it's a really good idea to have a seed bunker, like a really big seed bunker, for specifically the situation where you're making the soil, you don't want to run out of seeds, because if you run out of seeds, you stop crafting all this stuff. There's an added side effect. This nutrients to spoilage. This was the first test. Spawning nutrients to spoilage is very handy, as it turns out. But yeah, so what had happened is that me frantically trying to get rid of the eggs, I depleted both seed bunkers entirely. In fact, has the looks like the jelly nuts mostly. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, it has recovered. Okay. I ended up slurping seeds off the belt and then just shoveling them in the machine to try and get rid of the eggs. Sadly, the ones that did explode, I picked them up and brought them over here to make a biter island, and I wanted to show you a biter island, but apparently the game deletes them in between save and loads. So that's a shame. How you doing? Now, come back here. Well, first things first. You go there. Because we do not need this silliness anymore, spawning, where we're spawning spoilage. We don't need to do that anymore. Hey, it's 55. How you doing? Blurp. Yeah, all of this crap is no longer necessary. Alright, so we come back to our big book of Gleba. And we find you. Get rid of you as well. I'll go back to the big book of Gleba. Yeah, probably somewhere there will do. Right, and get rid of you. Yeah, and then plop you there. Now, you can come here. So this is just going to burn off any and all spoilage that comes down this belt now. Assuming it's pointing the right way, and I think it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, so I don't need to worry about spoilage anymore. I don't need to funnel it into carbon fiber. It's done. It's right there. It makes sense once thinking about it, once it got a decent thunk. Yeah, it made sense. Burning things currently, yes. A lot of mold gets burnt right now, which I need to turn off because realistically, just there. I should really run it off rocket fuel because I am controlling the moldy situation by other means. You're not going to work too well if you don't have access to your seeds. Yeah, it's not going to work too well if it doesn't have access to the materials to actually start crafting. So, this leads to an annoying conundrum in that this is supplying stuff, and then there's really meant to be another silo. Like that's the science silo. Do I have the not science silo? No. Okay, we need to hop saves for a moment. I need to try and plug the sneeze or mute. I think it's just eased off. Yeah, this is what I need. This right here. Tiles, no landfill. And this is, so this is Gleba silo specifically for bioflux and carbon fiber. Let's put the Gleba there. Flux and see carbon fiber silos like that. And goes into our big book of Gleba. Go. Save that, even though I technically didn't do anything. And now, bring that in here. Share. It wants to be like that. And that's where I say, uh-oh. because I need to move all of this crap. Well, you can just straight up be scooped up. I don't remember if I did anything to that, so I might, I'll just redo the whole thing. It's fine. It's fine. So, bioflux and carbon fiber. You need to point that way. Plop you there. I didn't mean to press Q just then. Then we slap that right about there. Assuming the ability to plug it in is there. Book a Glebaland again. I mean, I could budge it over a little further. Give myself some room like that. Keep up that for later consumption. Alright, that's the old one. Oop, that's stupidity. I love how much this thing has shrunk. And then we slap that there. Super Force build over the top of that. Super Force build is amazing. Very handy feature. It is the best of features. Right, so what are we looking at? Alright, you need a connection along here. Like so. I say that, and I actually already had a copy of that right there. Oh, you're just going to that, okay. Very well. Mold or fresh morning? Currently pretty fresh, but we're about to go moldy. We're almost done with Gleber too, mercifully. Alrighty. Right, we need to link the mold supply up. Now we just need to plug the seed bus and the jellies and all that in. Name in game. I always forget to turn that off. So, how is the Factorio going? Still loving it, I see? Oh yeah, very much so. It's always fun. Real question is, where's the Veldak? Oh yeah, because I don't have one. That's why it's pulling it up as a thingy. Factorio is love, Factorio is life. Something like that. You don't have access to those, I see. Oh, yes. Oh.
Hello there.
Hello there, Solar Wolf. You're going there. Go. Yeah, these are... Wait, no, that's the wrong way round, I think. I think I grabbed the wrong one. Yeah, I grabbed the wrong one. Because... Your jelly and your thingy. Yeah, I put the jelly thingy on the smooth thingy. So... That should be there. I just want to discover that they're not compatible with each other, because that should be there. What do you think of the one blueprint? A bit overkill? Yeah. It's a bit, start over. And then you go there. why I kind of didn't want them too close to get... Oh wait, no, it's that one. Yeah, the top is the seed return. Top is the seed return. Bottom is the seed return. What the hell even is this? I didn't actually get to look at it in too close of a detail, but yeah, it's quite the monstrosity. So, yep, jelly into jelly. Okay, I got my bearings now. Jelly into jelly. Hang on. Yeah, that is jelly. Okay. Oh no, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no, 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 yeah, no, 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 yeah, no. It's seeds on top, product on bottom. That's why I was confused. Yeah. Here we go. Yep. Bottom one is the product. The top one is the seeds. Like to use constant combinators for marking which lane is a product. Yeah, I normally do that with bigger builds, but yeah, I should do it with this one. The problem is I did this a few days... I started it a few days ago, so I'd forgotten which way round everything was. Superforce build that. I really shouldn't be bunching up the... whoops. The belts so close together like I am. Oh, it's already there. That's why it's not working. Like, I'm really pushing everything too close together for it to really be good. I want to keep some separation. So yeah, I got it in my head that it was top, bottom, top. Like, the top one was one product, the bottom was the other product, but it's not. And also, that is the last one. So that ends there. You know, they say all that, and I'm feeling too lazy to actually fix it, and I really should fix it. Hang on, no. You come down into there. You're actually the other way around. I probably should fix this. Hey, Redicus. Like, I'm just asking for pain by continuing to do it this way. Why didn't that scoop stuff? Oh, well. It's probably wrong. Usually that means if it didn't scoop it up. I mean, there is time for future me to fix this thing properly. Oh, fine. You can try and ignite this thing as much as you like. It's not going to get you anywhere, but it's not doing any harm. It's just going to keep the requesting spoilage until it actually ignites. You want to go there. And likewise, we're going to need some roboports along here-ish. Oh yeah, because these are budged in further. But yeah, I don't want the roboport coverage crossing that stripy line. I mean, it is connected at the minute, but I do intend on disconnecting it. Like, yeah. It needs to be connected for now, and then in the future it will be changed. Alright, so, That goes that away. No, it doesn't. It actually doesn't go any further than there. You don't go any further than there. So this is the smooth brains going that away, and the seeds returning to the smooth brain hole. Excellent. In before it puts the wrong thing on the wrong belt. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. Right, I'm going to grab a copy of this because it's already got the concrete and all the fun stuff. I'll get rid of that though. And that. Main thing is the concrete. I like the concrete. Just got to assert your dominance over Gleba by stamping concrete all over it. Alrighty. That's kind of a bad... some of it's quite bad, some of it's fine. The green can be quite difficult to get a decent farm down on. Maybe there might work. There's going to be a few big holes in it, but it'll be fine-ish. Yes, there's a few holes in it. Oh, wait, that's there. Oh, actually, how about I flip vertically and lop it there instead, such that we... boundary of that about there. There. Alrighty. That spacing. A few of them didn't quite place down as they should. There we go. Oh yeah, it is pointing the wrong way. Alright, paint some of that down there. Paint some of that down there. Let's summon the bots. Oh, oops. You know what, I'm going to stand there, or in fact, I'm just going to come closer to the Robo Network so I can get restocked. Restocked with what I can only presume is mold. Slowly wait for the bots to return. How are we doing on the old supply department? 8. 1800. These have been grinding out a lot of... That's pretty good. 77 and 196 now. They're not crafting any more by the looks of it. It's probably struggling on eggs or so. Oh, why are you all... Oh, you're actually backed up. Why are you backed up? Because you're not taking science. Why are you not taking science? You're hatching eggs. Oh, did I ever... Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. And you're... Yep, you're requesting eggs. You are cranking through science. What is actually happening? It's pretty good. These aren't running because of purple. Purple is probably looking like itself now. Oh, it could be faster. I see how much further I can stretch the... Oh, furnaces are struggling though. How much further can I stretch this base? Yeah, see, I'm at the limit of shoveling stuff in. It's not getting brick fast enough. But yeah, the N1s are going to shut down eventually. Yeah, it's rail. Oh, yep, there it is, furnaces. Yep. It looks like it's both rail and furnace limited. Alright then. Switch over to some Gleber-based sciences. Yeah, these are something that I don't really want, yeah, hatching. That would be bad. Hopefully I caught it early enough in the cycle. Can you just, like, jettison all of that? There. And that. You don't really need to hang it. This thing is capable enough that it doesn't need... Like, it's not one of the crappy early ones. The early platforms, if I have a... Yeah. Your super early game platforms, it's a really good idea to have a circuit condition on it that makes sure there's actually ammo on the belt so it doesn't plow into an asteroid field that it can't possibly defend itself against. Whereas these later ones are not really bound by these problems. And so it can... Yeah, it doesn't need any conditions like that. Alright. Let us continue on. Do I not have a request for thingies? Also is building. Not sure who else is holding on to building at the minute. I could probably switch over to it. I'll probably change that to legendary now too. Change you to legendary. Trash unrequested. So you're a duplicate. You're a duplicate. This is meant to be Gleba specific stuff. So that's a duplicate. Like this is all unique to Gleba. Gleba. So pipe and there, and I'll actually bring it down even smaller if I do that. So in theory, this should actually be up top. So you always want belt, really. So yeah, general building, rail building, and then combat, and then building for each unique to each planet. Hey, Flay, can't escape Gleba. I'm always making it better. Case in point, I've already upgraded the Bioflux production again. Oh, that's what I get for linking that. All right, you don't need to be linked anymore. Well, that's a problem that I'm sure it will deal with itself eventually. Yeah, I think I've got the ultimate Gleba build now. I think I've perfected it to the point where I can put it down and then leave. So these belts do collide with each other. That's fine because I want this to just do its thing. Nope, that's not an upgrade. What we want is that. Do you not? No. Oh yeah, because that's right. Because it ran out of stuff to actually literate. Does it even have water? Might not even be in there. I think you have the ultimate Gleba build now. Famous last words. Next week you have a new one. Very likely. I mean, if it isn't, it's pretty damn close. I'm struggling to think of a way that could really improve on this. Like, this science is already a significant improvement on the old one. And the rocket's silo... there's probably optimizations to be had in this area, in the recycler area. I mean, this thing is so minimal now. I don't know how to improve on it. That reminds me... You need to request of, say, 4 recyclers. Conveniently, the postal postman just showed up. Relics of a bygone era, that is. Alright, so, as always, the way we do this, we start with the overgrowth soil. Like that. Needs more faster. Have I shown you my new and improved Gleba yet? I mean, you've seen that. Hey, Duck. And Will. I improved the carbon fiber. Did I show you the no, I don't think you've seen the improved carbon fiber production. It's much better now. Vastly improved carbon fiber production. Okay, yeah, you have got me. There is, like, this still needs improving. So it technically isn't the ultimate yet, but I don't want to fix it yet right now. Does need both of these chests. It doesn't even need the auto spoilage anymore, at the very least. That's how much of an improvement it is. Alright. Yep, that's all that, because you can't have nice things, so everything has to be overgrowth soil. And there, and there. Thankfully, due to the prior incident, I have plenty of overgrowth soil now. There. And I actually have conceptualized a way of doing a lot of overgrowth soil. So I can, what it means is that I can potentially deal with an egg dumping. Oh yeah, I'll probably need a few, full salvos of 200,000 eggs. I don't know exactly how much surface area is needed for your. Oh yeah, what was your total? Your total build was well, you've seen part of it. Oh, it's in the Book of Gleba now. Yeah, your stupidity here. You wanted 200,000, right? If I'm remembering correctly, you wanted 200,000 worth out of this. Uh, that's assuming I remembered right. I'm sure you said 200,000. Now, seems the number to go for. Okay, so where is it? The Book of Gleba. Bring it up again. So each one of these is 11,000. So 10 total, which means that's only 110,000. Which means if we want to go for 200,000, you actually need 18 of these, not 10. I'm not entirely against doing 18 instead of 10. It just means it'll be a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's best to overdo it a little bit, just to compensate. Yeah, you're very likely probably going to need 18. I suppose if you make it 19, and then the 20th can be the bioflux and carbon fiber. I'm actually kind of keen to see how much carbon fiber you actually need. This is 20 for the overcompensation. I mean, we could round it up to 20. Now we need seeds. It's going to be quite the monstrosity to build, though. That's for sure. Should be enough seeds. Yes. Right. Right. Well, the rest of it can happen. You were meant to be on the top of the bottom, not the top. Go in there and there. There we go. Yeah, because it gets plopped on that lane. I'm specifically trying to avoid double laning it. We need a constant combinator. There. We need a wire. And we want a go signal. Like that. Plant. Plant like your like a pentapod is going to chew on your arm, and planting is the only way of distracting them. 100k eggs is X craft 1 CBS drip time, say now is so equals Z carbon fiber. Okay. So what was that? That was if an actual number is 200k. That's probably close to 240k. 240 just keeps growing. What was where is it? Not you. It's 1 per 10. So it needs 1/10 of, no, the thing's hidden. 1/10, so it needs 80,000, so you want 80,000 an hour. Which is... I nearly went the wrong way. 1,300 a minute. That's, yeah. Yep, figures. That checks out. Yeah, that one build can do it. I managed to, so as well as redeveloping it, I did manage to up the production rate. Yeah, that's again on the wrong side. How do I manage to do that twice? I'm not really sure, but we're here now. Way with ye. And up with ye, and down with ye. And... oh yeah, because you're not a thingy, McThing thing. So when you're setting up these things, you're always going to check the inserter hands, just to make sure they haven't scooped up any timber. Here we go. 200 sounds about right. Yeah, it's but yeah, it's 10 is sort of the initial. It gets it halfway. The crane offset hurts your soul. It's painful, isn't it? It's pain. The fact that it just sort of whacks the tree as well is also painful. I'm not actually sure this is enough as well. I'm just sort of sticking an arbitrary number of farms in to see what happens. All right, you're growing up. I mean, this is probably more than enough for here. Got to have your lane balancer as always. Lane balancing is a really good idea on Gleba. Oh, I hit Alt. That's why. I was like, why aren't I seeing it? Yeah, Alt view. Alt view will do that. What are we at? 69%. Nice. All right, we are getting there. Oh yeah, I'll go deal with this next. No, not you. You. I was thinking I'll go deal with the silo build, so I immediately go poking the silos. So chuck you in there. That's 300. I really need to start crafting legendary bots. I haven't gone round to that yet. Alright, so for planet ordering, might actually make a start on it. Novice, please. You legendary bots. Up that to 500 and 500. Oh, apparently we're crafting them. I don't know where the flying robot frames are coming. Oh, there. Okay, so I have actually done it already. There you go. It's not going particularly fast, but it is going. There, make more. Let me introduce you to my two friends, more and faster. Also followed up by their cousin, Beacon. There. Before you get ideas of pulling the modules out and putting them in the furnace or something funny like that. Whee! 100% productivity. It's great. Oh, you still have quality modules in you. You don't need that anymore. Don't need that at all. Need thingies though. Postal service. Do you have bots on you? I don't know. Oh, the salt shakers are still. Oh, it's broken again. Something. Has it finally fixed itself? Why? Oh, I did a dumb. I did a dumb. Yeah, you need to be them. The rule is stack inserter for a single quantity, bulk inserter for multiple items. Never mix items with a stack inserter. Always use bulk. Right, so I'm guessing that actually means that the logistics network has actually sort of calmed down a little bit. Can confirm? Yep. Very true of Gleba as well. I can also attest. Don't really need to keep that much iron ore. Same can be said for uncommon iron ore. I could add a quality transfer to that, and it did exist at one point. As I said, I don't remember how this works. There's sort of some individual picking and then global. There's like it's a combination of both things you nominate to remove, and then there's also things to not remove. Like it's like don't do unless it's above this. It's like it uses both logic at the same time, or both. It conforms to different types of logic at the same time, which is something you really shouldn't do. You should make the logic consistent. Should be logically consistent. You don't want to be logically inconsistent. That would be a thing. I think it's safe to say that I mean, the fact that the chests are fairly empty is a telling sign that the network's finally cleaned itself out. Away with you. Whether or not it'll stay that way, I don't know. But we'll see. Alright, that scrap's getting recycled. Yeah, I deleted all of the quality recycling, or apparently nearly all of the quality recycling. Because it's not needed anymore. There we go. These are only regular speed modules because they're available and whatever. Can you tell me how do you power Fagora? You're struggling a bit. Power, yeah. Fagora power was a bit of a struggle bus. Early power was this giant accumulator island. Um, yeah, lots of lightning rods, lots of basically accumulator island. I was lucky in that I was able to stretch a big power pole to this island. It was actually close enough, which was very handy. And then there's a second one here too. Um, that's the other trick for Fagora. Maholek, how you doing? Yeah, the second step, or the third step, is slap a fusion down, and that fixes power problems forever. Um, but if you don't have one of those available, you can also do burners and steam. Just be careful though. Ice supply is inconsistent, so you really want a power switch on it to make sure you don't burn up all of your ice into power. But yeah, heating towers, feed solid fuel into it as another good option. Is that going? Oh, it's recycling. Big power, yeah. So this really helps supplement things. But yeah, and then eventually fusion. I wouldn't recommend nuclear. It's just too much. It's yeah, too much water. You don't get enough ice. Oh yeah, there's so much. You actually get so much solid fuel. I started legendary quality rocket fuel here on. I mean, these are on epic quality modules, but it could have been done on a lot less. Um, oh yeah, there's some legendary rocket fuel. It's had enough time to accumulate it. That's why it's there. Yeah, water is very much a struggle on Fagora. Yeah, you got to be really careful because you can go from shredding ice because you're up to your eyeballs in it, and then suddenly you're completely starved of it. It's it's sort of one of two different combinations. That's legendary ice as well. I forgot I did that. Yeah, yeah, storing legendary ice. Legendary ice is completely useless, but it's fun to collect as it churns it out. Yeah. All right. We'll see what happens with that. See if it jams up. You back to here. All right. Do we have our jelly brains yet? Yes, we do. Do we have our other smooth brains? Yes, we do. Right. You. Hey, all. Count with that follow as well. Boop. And boop. There. I'm going to split it into two half lanes. Huh. Oh, I didn't put that. Oh no. It's just all the backwards belt in play right now. Alright, so I think we're finally going to see it kick into gear. Maybe. Why aren't you taking things? Oh, there it goes. You know, when you're trying to kick the pilot light in, it just takes a moment. Alright, that means I very quickly need to get some eggs. Oh, we have ignition here, potentially. Ah, balls, I did it again. Okay then. Tear it all up, start over. Rip. Rip. Right, so you're meant to be jelly brains. And you're meant to be smooth brains. There. Told you I would do it again. Alright. Well, Smooth Brain can scoop up the Smooth Brain. And Smooth Brain wrinkles up the Shrink Brains. There it goes. There goes the Bioflux and the carbon fibre. Whee! Right. I don't know where they go, but the bots can deal with it. It's the bot's problem now. I suppose you could burn them, yeah. What are they? 10 megajoules? That's actually quite a lot. Right, just steal some eggs. Don't need that many, as long as I have a few to jumpstart. Right, hopefully grab this before it goes moldy. And there, and there. Oh, you need water. 10 and 4. Now. Now. You, and then with any luck, there's water right there. There's always water right there. Well then. You don't have access to pumps. Can you make for me legendary pumps? Please. Apparently you're completely off. Okay. Shunk. And legendary pump, please. Need legendary pipe and legendary gear. Okay. Postal service. Do you have any on you by chance? What are you even doing? I don't know. No, don't go there. Go there. Alright. Can you... no, you're the wrong one. No, I don't need you. I don't need you. You. Ah, excellent. You're already on the way. I want that. Just going to take a bit of everything. Shouldn't you have... There they are. Gears. Somewhere in here should be iron plate as well. Why aren't you making iron plate? Disabled by control. That's check mark. Ah, I see. You become. I had to swap those, and I didn't swap the logic. You're greater than 10k. No. You're enabled for both. You're enabled for iron plate. Iron plate. Why are you greater than? Less than? Oh, I know why. You're... I'm very confused by this logic. There. Oh, yeah, I know why. This is gonna break again later. It really needs to be... This needs to feed like a leading belt, and then this needs to feed it secondarily. You're... Yeah, like that. There. We've got the gears. Legendary pipe. Oh, I already had some already. Very good. Oh yeah, you can't handcraft legendary. Get you every time. Right, so you... Oh, that's... It is utility. You... Make for me legendary pipe. There we go. Two crushes feeding the same iron furnace with copper getting priority. Okay. Has an iron vent? Yeah, I have an iron vent as well. Alright, the smoothies are coming down. Aha, you sprung to life. Mostly. Full of mold again. Oh, there's a hot fix for this thing. Or at least there should be. No. Yeah, because this doesn't have a drain. Yeah, I don't have a thingy on hand. There's no way to get moldy bioflux out of there, or in this case, out of moldy stuff out of here. What did I do to it? What did I do? I think it was I had to use a splitter. And it was something like that. Other way around. Well, that worked. Or at least it did something. Yeah, like that. Right, that should get it going. It's just got to chew through all the mold now. Hopefully. Now you need nutrients. Oh, because it's all moldy. God dang mold. Bioflux contamination. It should... Yep, it's unclogged itself now. Yeah. Without that, it can't clear itself properly. I forgot what I did on this side. I'll have to look it up again. Doesn't matter, because... Why aren't you going? Getting bioflux. Because you're getting an inconsistent supply of thingies. Oops, I took away the mash. There we go. Oh, well, we're producing agricultural science at least. I mean, there's the thingies. Significant jump. And then... There it is. So we were doing 1,000 or 900, just shy of 1,000. It's sitting around 6,500. It's a bit spiky at the minute. It's getting up to 12. But yeah, it just needs a good supply of stuff now. probably stand to cut that for now. It's just a matter of getting all this out and about. I do have an actual blueprint for this. Farming tile. 2. There's no chance of going in there. What's better, peaches or cherries? I'm inclined towards peaches. There we go. At least in real world. Prong. Would you prefer smooth brains? These are the glorious smooth brains. These are the backbone of the land of mold. The wrinkle brains over here, the jelly brains, they don't do any work. It's the smooth brains are the workhorse of the moldy land. But I'm always inclined towards peaches in real life, though. Multi-streaming? I've been doing that for a while. You confused where it came from? Yeah. I'm just legally not... Well, there's no enforcement, but not supposed to combine chats. That's the only detail. You are not splitting. You have the wrong seeds. Uh-oh. You're going the right way. These jelly brains are going the wrong way. Yep. And those are going the wrong way. Yeah, I did it the wrong way round. There you go, you can hold a whole lot more. Speaking of the peaches, just before I was distracted, the thing about peaches that's going for it more than anything else is the fact that if you're moving to the country, you've got to eat a lot of peaches. And if nothing else, that contributes much more. The presence of the USA song contributes far more to the peaches argument than anything cherry does. Having said that, though, cherry could refer to eagle eye cherry, which also very good. Although really just for that one song. All right, thingy's going there. Not over here. Now I'm going to put these over here. Compensate. I mean, there's probably in there. That's the output. I mean, I suppose I could hover over the underground and then it would tell me, yeah, see? Can you put that soil anywhere for the towers? No, it has to be in the specific biome. That one. So the green soil can only be put on the green. The yummy soil can only be put on the green areas. So the artificial Yamako soil and the overgrowth yummy soil can only be put on greens. The regular one can only be put on bright green. And the overgrowth can only be put on. It can be put on both bright green and dark green. And it's the same with the maroon and magenta. So the artificial jelly can only be put on the bright magenta, and then the overgrowth can be put on both the dark and the light. So the overgrowth lets you place it anywhere on the valid biome tiles, and the regular one only lets you put it on the really rich wetland tiles. They both should be called wetlands. Yeah, see, this is all water, and you can build, wetland, and you can only build the soil on that wetland, the regular soil on the wetland. The overgrowth you can put on the green, the dry land, and significantly boost the production rate, or the cultivatable area, not the production rate. Because early on, getting cultivatable soil is kind of tricky. You're forced into very specific areas, and it's really annoying. Right, so I'm just going to let that go. Something's... Yeah, I put it down wrong. There we go. Well, that's getting wronger. Let's just start over. What combination was it originally? Oh, it was that. Okay then. So you can go there, you go there, and that's pretty much it. Case in point, lots of zone that's invalid. But there's a lot of surface area in here to work with. A lot of surface area for me to spread out in and just, keep putting columns in or rows in. Same with over here. Just put rows and rows to feed it. There's also, if I wanted to put the same number of the same stupid number of silos down, I can keep extending deeper into the smooth brain area, and it'll be fine. Jelly is a bit constrained, on the other hand, but workable. In theory, there should be a lot less wrong seeds, wrong jelly seeds there. I clicked the wrong one, that'd be bad. Oh, that never actually kicked into gear. Oh, because I put it into the seed hole. Well, it's easier to change it now. Like that. You don't have a thingy output. Oh dear. Also not ignite. Oh yeah, there we go. Not starting up. Ah, that's not supposed to happen. That's what happens when you flip these things, is you end up putting the wrong thing in the wrong hole when you turn it around. Yeah, you're supposed to be in there. It's not like I've been deleting carbon or any carbon fiber or anything just then. Alright, let's fill up all the chests. Fill up all the chests. Fill up all the chests. There we go. Whee! You're not working. Just don't appear to be. Oh, that's why. There we go. Oh wait, no, that has to be Biflux. Otherwise, so what'll happen is otherwise mold will upset it. That's why it's doing that specifically. Alright, so why aren't you firing... there it goes. Well, it'll make itself moldy and deal with it. If nothing else. Trouble is all these machines will probably slurp it all up. Oh yeah, you're supposed to be picking up from this side. That's why I don't really want to fix this thing. Cause I don't want to go too far into the weeds with it. It's not actually an easy problem to solve. I suppose I could pull one of the beacons out. Just pull that out. Uh, there we go. Okay, it will deal with it itself. Get smoothies from there. I've already forgotten how this works. You do wonder? Uh-oh. Oh, seed output's full. I get caught out by that one. No, I've already dealt with that. This build is obsolete. Yeah, the jelly. The next iteration of this won't have jelly on the belt anymore. Because the jelly's so this particular build, jelly's only on the belt to jumpstart the bacteria, and then it should turn itself off. Let's see. Yeah. Why are you on? Ah, it should be less than 8. Oh, I just eliminated the need for jelly to be on the belt. And this one, it's fast enough. So these are annoying because you can't really direct feed them because they're such intermittent uses. So it's better to have them fed with something that's running continuously. This one, maybe. I still prefer the belts because, as you see, direct insert's not so good for it. Similar story for rocket fuel. Yeah, direct inserting to that's a bit problematic. Ooh. Again, what are the odds of there being water there? I mean, the landfill is a bit of a giveaway. I need you again. Oop, not you. You again. Yeah, here we go. You can have water once I put some pipes down. Then there it goes. It's got acid. Now we're making our own circuits here. Excellent. There we go. Alright, what's stopping you? Jelly. Why aren't you getting jelly? Because some idiot fed it into the wrong belt again. There we go. So how's this looking? It goes periodically. Why did you stop? Lack of jelly. Why did you stop? You don't actually need that logic at all. That was for testing, and I accidentally left it in there. A little bit of mold generation is still necessary for sulfuric acid, but it's not. Doesn't need a huge amount. No, not yet. These are only, what are they, 140% productivity. I'm too lazy to change the modules. Alright, time to unlink the bot networks, I think. Once one, I suppose. I suppose. I could meet in the middle with half and half, like that. It brings up to 190. I could also just do silo productivity. Yeah. I need one speed. Probably. Was that 250? Yeah, about that. I mean, 200% productivity is a lot of productivity. I don't really think about it just because silos, or, yeah, each rocket is so cheap that it doesn't hugely matter. Sort of beyond the point where cost is really a concern. Hmm. Right, so you're chugging away nicely. Then, no, you're 9 beacon. Why are you 9 beaconed? That. You cover? No. Cover? Why are you 9 beaconed? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's why. Had to do it. Sometimes you really got to stare at it for a while to decipher it. Why are you complaining? Lack of copper. Why are you lack of copper? Lack of actual copper. This thing's got to settle down a little bit first. Yeah, it needs to buffer up lots of bacteria. It hasn't really done that yet. Alright. How are these looking? Generally functional. I mean, it's consuming what it's producing. Sort of generally hovering around most of what it should be producing. More big chests. Bring on the wide chests. You're fully stonked now. Yes. You're actually waiting. Oh yeah, because you... Wait, you have bots. Disable my control back. Now I've got to debug this. So... So you're receiving the and thingy. Now putting P. Putting P. Here we go. Yeah, ticked. No, it's my control circuit. So it disables the logistics when until the full salvo is ready. I'm just missing a wire. Hopefully that does. No, it shouldn't affect the main blueprint. Oh, if it does, I'll find out very quickly. All right. So what that in turn means is these are pretty much redundant now. They no longer serve any useful purpose. That means these are pretty much useless now. Now I've got to decide what to do with pentapod eggs, whether or not I want to keep this thing up and running. I'm still making them, slowly, but surely. It does mean that we can now switch over to this. Right, you gummed up on the wrong... Oh no, you're just waiting. You gummed up on the wrong thingy. No. You're gummed up by the wrong thingy. You gummed up? No. What about over here? No. I think that's the last of this. Nope, it's not the last of the seeds. Should be pretty close though. Yep. Yep, and... Yep. Yep. Need more smoothies though. Or at the very least, shuffle it over onto the other lane. And what I mean by that is peel this away. So you go up there, like that, and then you go over there like that. It's technically not the right way to do it, but it's a way of doing it. That's where I then now copy all of that, paste a whole new version of it over here. Righty, I can hear the sound of trees being demolished, which means you very much don't want to plug this in just yet. Because, yeah, there we are. There's your wood. Yep, that these always like to jam themselves up with. Case in point. Again. All of them always inevitably end up with stuff inside them. Right, overgrowth. There, all the way up. Yeah, I don't think there was any yum yum soil there at all. It's all dark green. Alrighty. How's that looking now? Still pretty poor. It's just a matter of you basically grab like 16,000. Let's grab 16,000 at a turn now. Oh, you still need to bring in. Oh, I need to fix that. Do you still need to bring that stuff in? For now, yes. Such a pathetic farm, that one. Oh, there's a few more tiles to be eked out of it. Oh, doesn't give me anything. That's the only trouble with pasting over ghosts is it can upset it. Ethan, how you doing? Sorry, I didn't see you over there. There we are. There's the good stuff. Hello. Yeah, I need to fill this up with more bots. Look at it go. It's beautiful. That's First time lurker while doing some 3D CAD, if work. Oh, that's perfectly fine. What sort of CAD work you doing? And Ethan over there on YouTube doing good? Nice. Unless it's proprietary of course. The proprietary as in you can't talk about it. Away with ye. A better way to work on CAD than to have a Factorio stream in the background. CAD for a robotics team where you build a robot in 6 weeks. Ooh. Oh, you started right on the beginning of Jan. I'm trying to think of what there we go. Didn't even stop. Nice. That's what we wanted. Just a flyby. Just jettisoning the Gleber signs. It means it's working. Right, how is the Salvo? Salvo's ready. And the platform's ready to go again. If I had more bots, then it would be a little quicker. Yeah, whoop, that's not what I wanted. That's what we want. Right, that's emptied that out. So 1, 2, up to 500. Coming back to my scattered thought, I was trying to think of what competition that is. I mean, it could be BattleBots. I think, or the Robot War stuff. I think has a longer lead time. It reminded me, but it did remind me of the there's things like the sumo robots and oh, that one's a bit high end. The one I was thinking of was a bit high as well. There's a few really interesting ones. On blank at the moment. Ah, the postal van is right outside the door. Very good. Oh, it had to stop. Yeah, Narvis can't accept more. Can't eat it fast enough. That's what you want to see. Just force feed it. Right, you can have 500 for now, and you can have 500 for now. Started playing Factorio again a few months ago. Still working on your first ever 10k SPM base. Then finally allow yourself to get Space Age. Space Age and quality looks complicated. Yeah, it's there are, of course, Factorio being Factorio, there are optimizations, but it's definitely the long haul. That's for sure. Like, this is my ultimate Gleber build, and we are, what, 227 hours in. Having said that, though, like, this is the starter base. This is my starter base. I just carved out the old smelting and you know, replaced the original burner city circuits with EM plans. Same with the reds and the blues and all that. Like, you can very clearly see this is very early game stuff. But because of the biolabs, the effective SPM's 23k that we've progressed to so far. Oh, quiet you. Those not legendary? They should be. Oh, they're not. No. Very good pick. Yes. I could upgrade planner it, but this is how we end up with beacons that don't get upgraded. Is by me not upgrade plannering it. Oh yeah, already a map view. Yeah. Oh, there we go. 26, 27, 28. 29, 30. So that's the potential I was leaving behind. Ah, there you go. $32,000 now. So we've gone from 23 to 32. It just gained 9,000 signs a minute then. So dumb. What do we got first? It's vaguely familiar. I remember the name. Because I recognize the logo. Right, who's participating? That'll be, is it, high school? Hey. You see all of the packs suffering now. Is it high school level or uni level? Yeah, it'll start crashing. Research productivity is not the best. What about... Oh, that's getting quite expensive. Yeah, high school. Oh, okay. In Netherlands, it's high school and college. What are you? You're up to 985. Easy one, easy-ish ones to do. Yeah, possibly them. The over 500k is it's difficult to achieve with that base. I'm guessing. Uh-oh. Yeah, the eggs are starting to hatch. Ooh, you've eaten up all your eggs. What are we up to? 229. I guess in my case I should have put it there. Oh, now you get more biter egg. More bots yet? No. The Just the explosion of bots everywhere like that. Sir, you're not supposed to do that. That's going to make a mess of everything. Ah, that's also going to make a mess of things. That's a bit of a problem. You're not supposed to be hatching. Um, hmm. Hatching is very bad. Why did you even hatch? Oh, it was probably this belt was backed up. Because the belt was backed up. Alright, smoothies backed up as well. Why are you out of nutrients? How did you get out of nutrients? Why aren't you grabbing nutrients? Oh, you can't output mold. Because you don't have a thingy there. There we go. That explains it all. No, sadly. They're technically on the same team. As it turns out, though, because I have tested this, pentapods demolish biters. Yeah. Pentapods, yeah, there it is. Pentapods do not win, or biters need volume. Large quantities of biters to overcome pentapods. They are quite weak to being stomped on and spat at by flying pentapods. Oh, the bots came back. Okay now, so you get that signal. Output tick. Receiving tick. What have I done wrong? Is it a case of I need to output both? Huh. No, that's not it. So what's supposed to happen is this thing says when there's enough science packs and the platform's there, send the go signal. This one turns the platform request into the platformer's present signal. And this thing is meant to lock in the go signal when it receives it. And once it's there, it's supposed to permanently lock in. So maybe that signal was actually correct. So it receives the P and the tick signal. See, it's... Is it a... Oh no, that's correct, yeah. So, yeah, science is ready... Or science ready means that the 15... The condition's satisfied. This one just says whether or not the platform's waiting and requesting, and then supplying means it's locked in the launch. How's poor Narvis doing? Suffering. Hey, it's Glacier. It's going to take 20 minutes. It's not bad. Good evening. How are we doing? All we're missing is Veldak. This is quite troubling because I had something for Veldak. I've been doing a thing today. Would you like to see what the thing is? The thing that I've been doing? That I've been working on? Or at least preparing? I was saving it for Veldak because he would like it. He would appreciate it. Alrighty, let me see... that one. There. And... There we go. They got something working. It's kind of amazing that this thing legitimately just works. I mean, mostly. It does have some issues. And then we come over here. We need to make it online. Yes, it is. Hello there. It's kind of amazing. It just works. I mean, there's a cable loose somewhere. Ah, that's the cable that's loose. There we go, that's better. I mean, the time-based corrector is definitely doing a lot of work to synchronize the signal. And then I can do that. What's this? This was a random config file. Yeah. 1200 baud, that is. Yeah, I haven't done anything to... Look at that, there's the VT 100 smooth scroll that you know and love. But away it goes. I genuinely can't believe that this thing actually just works. Like, this thing probably hasn't been used since, or turned on since early to mid 80s. All the keys work as well. You should point out that this is a... What size was it? Like 3 kilobyte text file? 2 kilobyte text file? It's nothing. And yeah, turn up the baud rate, it would go faster. I think it is using X on, X off as well in the background. I need to actually look at that. Unless there's something physically wrong with the terminal. Yeah, usually it's like something in the power supply failing or the keyboard failing. Where is it? There. But yeah, it's all there, all working. I came over here to do something. Forget what it was. But I can't find anything that that's wrong with it. Yeah, they are basically indestructible. I mean, these things. Um, it's for an old computer, so it's fine. These things are for something where money is no object. So they're generally over-engineered for what they are. The tube is in amazingly good condition. It is so crisp and sharp. It does have some deflection issues, and it looks like their vertical amplifier is having trouble. But otherwise, yeah, it just works. Yay! Oh yeah, Control G. Same age as the webcam. Oh no, the webcam's older. Webcam. Actually, no, I think. No, this is dated 1981, I think. The webcam is 77. Quick two questions? Sure. So I was thinking, you could have some fun, maybe piping chat into it or something. You're lacking in plastic. Why are you lacking in plastic? You're lacking in... See, that's why I don't like using stack ins. See that? That's exactly the thing I was talking about, where it's not putting the mold inside the thingy. It doesn't always do the thingy. Plus minus 10% same age. Funny enough, yeah, that because the overall distance is so great, yes. All those new productive sciences, with the production sciences, researching if everything much quicker and faster now with space age, won't you fill up a belt with iron plate with like 2 smelters? How do you have so little belts? A throughput test. Redicus. Filter insert the You're right, I actually should. Just in case it decides to pick up mold. Now, what'll have happened is that this will have backed up on plastic, and it would have jammed it all up. You're not getting green circuits because you're not getting copper. Oh, interesting. Usually this gets enough of a supply that it's not a problem. Oh, you're having problems. Oh, it would have grabbed. Well, it can only grab mash from that belt. It would have grabbed it and then held onto some of it, and then, yeah. It needs to run, is the problem. It's one of those things where it just needs to run. Glebaland is made for perfect ratios between assemblers. It's made to make you suffer if you don't keep things moving. Like this coupling here won't work. Yeah, see, this is about to spoil. If you have things stop, you have a bad time. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, it is going. You could always just add tanks. So with that, like the foundries, they turn iron ore with calcite into molten iron. So it's it's an interesting one because um, when you first get into foundries, moving iron and copper in molten form becomes far more powerful than belting the actual plate. But then once you get into late game, you sort of move into trains and you stop using belts entirely. Having said that, the reason why the starter base has lasted so long as it is I don't know if you can quite see there. The belts are actually stacked 4 high. So one belt, once you unlock all of the belt stacking, has 4 times the throughput of a base game belt of belts normally given. So what that means is that a yellow belt with full belt stacking can carry as much as a green belt without stacking, which is kind of incredible. But yeah, the short answer, making the long answer short, is yeah, throughput on belts eventually exceeds what's possible with belts, and you need to use trains like to physically move everything because things get so stupid. And eventually you need to move things onto actual patches because even the trains aren't enough. Do you actually use ratios for full stacked green belts? It's huge. I generally... They're missing modules. I mean, this is, yeah, maxed out with 3 modules. So I've actually got too many modules. Again. Mine actually, yeah, 230. I think it's down even for, it'll be like a, yeah, 2 now. As near as 2 as near as makes no difference to 2. There. Oh, they've been all absorbed. What do you need? What do you need? Biter eggs. I need more biters. Pentapods are attacking. But do you? You don't. But we can. There. And this will supply any other general shenanigans with low density, so I don't need to ship it anymore. Just bump it to 800. Ooh, that's a lot of rockets. That should be nearly full salvo. Yeah, it's still not working right. I thought I got that working. Alrighty, so that means you... not doing that anymore. You just jettison the whole lot over the side, and that's it. You don't bring supplies anymore to Gleba. So hatch in space. Yeah, if you ship them to space, they would hatch in space, the pentapods. Westing, 16k? Oh, that's why. It's bigger than the what it can request. Again? Yeah, because you stopped, that's why. Ah, right, because I never... Yeah, see, the wood... the wood at the beginning. I never got round to fixing that, so it never got done. There we go. Alright, hopefully that should be enough. If you do it out of sequence, it doesn't like it. There we go. So should all be red or green, no yellow. Do we only miss space demolishers? Yes, that's the only thing we don't get is space demolishers. Not without. Unfortunately, the only way to get those is console that I know of. I don't know of a way to invite them to space as such. The all-important concreting of Gleba. Be nice if they made it so you could grow soil on foundation. Currently, it serves. Don't think it serves a purpose. Oh yeah, foundation doesn't do anything on Gleba. Gleba sort of exists in its own little vacuum, really, in that regard, because it has its own uh, sort of equivalent to foundation, which is the overgrowth soil. There you go. I think there was talk of that, so you could bring, like, the theory was that you could, I'm pretty sure the FFF might have hinted to the idea that you can bring the overgrowth soil back to Narvis, but I think it was scrapped. Not really sure on that one though. Go. Now it's pumping things out. It's interesting. This one's like they're both the same 25.7, 25.7, but this one isn't cleaning up. Something about they meant only for trees. Yeah, it's meant for trees. Right, how's that look? There we go. For whatever reason, I think it's just barely neutrally buoyant. Yeah, it's steadied out on 24,000. Can't complain. Can't complain with that. It's got the full-on Gleba supply. I'm actually happy with that. That the all this work on Gleba is paying off. I feel like I did learn a lot about Gleba. I probably know more than I reasonably should know about Gleba. Oh, look at that. Still not enough. Still not enough. Yeah, it's double balancing it. It's fine. Plenty trees on Aquilo work. Probably not very well, considering it's meant basically no atmosphere. What is it? These things. Yeah, appears on Gleba. It doesn't specifically give ratings, but Gleba has a high pressure compared to all the others. Like Narvis is only 1,000 hectopascals. Yeah, what? Oh yeah, Vulcanus is 4,000, four times Vulcan thingy. Yeah, Fulgora is a little under, but yeah, it's like yeah 300. I was going to say 100, but it's 300. It's basically very thin atmosphere, and the temperature is very cold. Yeah, no light. Grow snow peas. That is true. Yes, snow peas would be the perfect place for on Aquilo for growing. Or Aquilo would be a perfect place for growing snow peas. Intro screen for Aquilo where they type help. Oh, where Troopin types help. Second tower. Oh. See, lumber. Hmm. I appreciate you just spat out some mold. But yeah, where was it? I saw somewhere. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Me checking for wood, and it still doesn't do it. Oh no, you're fine. And now the belt's overloaded. And this is where the logic comes in. So, when you use less than 600, output go team. Let's say for this one, 700. And this is where we play the balancing game. So yeah, that'll shut down the towers and stop harvesting until it clears the belts. And then we should see things settle down. This mercifully, this thing draws a lot less than it used to. Ah, Jelly's only sort of keeping up. Eh, there we go. I did something. Because so, or at least allegedly, it was. The word that I heard was is it was trooping. I mean, the pistol is there and the color is correct. I think he did that to them when he was first playing the first time he played Gleba, because he's been playing the game, the Space Age, pretty much since they started. He'd been playing it, I think, like since 6 months after they had a playable version. And apparently he did that. It was like, how's things going? And then he sent that. There we go. Those are probably good numbers to work with, at least for now. Might actually combine there and have that do both. That way this one backs up less. It gets more of the belt captured. Alrighty. So the last thing that needs to be done is capture the excess seeds. There. So that'll throw them into the Logi network. Or it'll start throwing them in the Logi network, which means it'll send them to the seed vault if there's too many. And what I will do is, if that's too much, like when this overflows, send them to like a burner or something. They're gonna be a future me problem. Thankfully, because we've got the mold capture there, can pull the mold out straight away. Alright, we still definitely need more jelly. I don't think nearly as many red seeds got into this system than the jelly seeds getting into the other system. We're still putting stuff down. No. You should not be putting jelly down. And next time I look at this, you shouldn't be yeah, see? Okay, there it goes. Yep, it's going off and getting burned. That's the main thing. Technically, that can actually be a... it doesn't need to be a requester chest. Could just be a steel chest. And just the natural generation of mildew and mold is enough to supply it. Some way you can make the smart auto adjust to keep the belt barely flowing, a lot more complex with a lot of times and stuff. Yeah, the way I would do it, I would probably have belt count, have like sections of belt counters, and like when it goes below a certain rate, then it increases the rate back here. So like I'd measure like 50 segments and then measure the average rate that it's going through, and if it goes down below a certain threshold, yeah, that's how I do it. The current way I've been doing it is just by manually setting values on the output belt that goes up to this point here, which it's fiddly to set up, but it's good enough. It's kind of annoying to set up. I mean, I could probably drop it to 400 and 500 and see what happens. Like, it's just doing that. There's actually multiple layers in that, so there's this, and then there's an override, which means that like if there's these minimum thresholds where if the belts get too low, it then just turns them all on to try and fill them. And then these have a secondary limit, which says if they're less than this, no, sorry, the emergency one. So it measures the outputs, and if it falls below a certain value, then it outputs. But there was another. I'm trying to think where I did it. I don't remember where I did it. There was another thing where where I told it to bypass that emergency signal if this belt gets too full, so it doesn't completely saturate itself. I don't remember where it was though. Yeah, that feeds it about right. I could load up the save and check. Brains are too keyed on using hold all belts. Yeah, well actually, belt, I need it. Part of the reason why I haven't done the belt counter is I don't remember where my belt counter circuit is. In theory, it should be in there somewhere. Yeah, because pulse is how you read average. It's just the whole belt reader is kind of the lazy way of doing it. Hopefully it's in here. I can't think where though. Also, since it was mentioned in Discord, there it is. The River of Green. River of Green. Oh, pipeline. Oh yeah, all the new pipeline extents. Old base still works. It should work. Yeah, apparently. Oh yeah, because it wants. Yeah, this one can't really do space age. I'm sure I have a belt reader somewhere. I just don't know where. Junction of Doom. Yeah, there's no reason for this to exist anymore. Where would I have put it? Where indeed would I have put it? Did I put one on the smelters? No. I'm sure I've done it somewhere. Maybe steel? No. Good old times. There were so many good times in this save. Yeah, I used to have this blueprint. It was able to it used the belt pulsing to no, that's science. Wow, power is quite sickly. Why is power sickly? You have no uranium. Why are those bots so slow? Hang on. Oh, all of this is probably reset. Yeah, because it's science is different. Yeah, so the bot speed's reset. I don't know where it would be. Maybe in the graveyard. Or the former graveyard of stuff. No? Oh no, there's a circuit for that. That's unrelated. Hmm. Problem is the reason why I'm looking for the blueprint is the the circuit is really annoying to make. I remember I spent a really long time trying to come up with it, and I don't remember how I made it work. Because it counted the pulses for like 5 seconds, and then stored that every second. Like it was a moving window average over 5 seconds to give you the rate. Oh yeah, that's what are you exactly? Oh, that's quality experiments. That's what that is. This is the experimental quality ME. That's right. Oh, so yeah, science research. 70,000, 11,000. I swear I built one. Yeah, this is where I really discovered that things were problematic. Like this can't be fed with track with well, I didn't use stack inserters, but the point still remains. That basically all of this here feeds one machine. Each machine needs its own independent feed. I'm not seeing it. Trouble is, my blueprint library was wiped, and so all that stuff was lost. I and I'd know it if I saw it. One day I'll remember to make a like a little useful combinator cookbook thing. Huh, that thing. Still work? Maybe. Oh, that's a very small, whatever the hell that is. Oh, it's been deleted, that's why. Yeah, I just don't remember how I did it. Because the timing on it was really annoying to get right, and because sometimes it would flutter, like it would be um, like it wouldn't be an even tick value. I just remember that it was able to update. I remember it was a moving window. That I remember that much. I have to sit down and figure it out. Because better combinators. That is true. Like now with the better combinators, it's an opportunity to make a better one. Where is it? I'm pretty sure it also used a arithmetic combinator as the memory. That's why um, it was so funky. Let's see, plus zero output each. Because yeah, read pulse. This kind of memory is really good for um, storing values in a storing these pulse values. I don't, as I say, I don't remember how I did it. Possible was like multiply by Z, we'll say. Yeah, there was a reason I did it. I just can't remember why. Everything made sense at the time. I think, as I say, I think this one was uh, this one made sense. Yeah, it's possibly what I did. Clock to decay the stored value by adding the stored value divided by a negative. It sounds familiar. Like I remember I had a clock. Um, so it was like T less than 300 output T T. Something like that. Oh yeah, you can also do one. You don't need the constant combinator for a free running clock. Then it needs like another one. Now it needs something to fire off R. So when T less than output R, try and capture 2 ticks worth. Then it needs. Well, this is really just for storage. Like if you wanted to see it. So it would need to pass this through when hits. If I'm thinking on the right track. Unless... So if that's wired direct, it's just going to do the same thing again. What are you trying to do? A belt throughput counter. So every 5 seconds currently, so it counts up how many items pass through in 5 seconds. Yeah, and it's effectively a better way to control these towers because it can measure the rate here, and so if it falls, then you know something's wrong. But also, you sort of need both, really. Now that I think about it. So you read all belts. Yeah, you need the sum of all belts, and then you need the rate. Because the rate can fall if the belt stops. There are two situations where, well, a rate of change is correct. It's going to be 0 in 2 situations, and you need the whole belt to tell you which of those two that matters. Because if the belt's full and stopped, you're gonna get a rate of change of 0 anyway, if that makes sense. So, so like if this says it's 6.4K and the rate is 0, then you know not to turn on the towers because it's backed up. Yeah. Just for displayful purposes, you saw when it kicks in. T less than 2 output wrinklies. Oh, hang on. There was a power blip then. Oh. um, yeah, silos. Yeah, I need to get some fusion down here, I think. Yeah, you need... This was where it started to get weird, because it needed like a tick buffer. Because it's... This R is... Well, this one's R is resetting this one as at the same time. And this is where I remember it was a massive headache. Because I needed to... I wanted... The belt counter, I wanted to store the value. Um... But there's a bit of contention with the signal propagating. You go there. Nope. I was hoping that this signal would. Oh, that doesn't help. Like this holds on to the signal a little bit longer. Oh, you're connected to that now. You. This is why I need to think about it. Yeah. You can also multiply that pulse by 300 to... Hang on. Not to do tick, but do hold on single belt that way. Ah, yeah, true. Yeah, and do an enable under a clock. So multiply the pulse by 300, store that, and have a constantly running divider by negative 300 across the stored value, and that will produce an average. Oh, yeah. I'm actually also wondering if the shift register ways the way to go. Because this one, like I started going down this path of trying to remember my old one, but it doesn't do a continuous. Well, this one doesn't do a continuous. I'm sure mine, I did one. Oh, I might be thinking of a different one. No, my one, it only updated every 5 seconds, the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, I need to do a shift register for a full rate. Should mean multiple of them. Every tower enables one checkmark higher than the last. Oh, you're sort of passing it forward kind of thing. Yep. You, out of curiosity. And since I sent them down there, it's gonna throw it off a little bit. Yeah. Anything with them, I found last time I played around with, admittedly I haven't done belt reader stuff since like 2019. And yeah, pretty much anything that involves arithmetic combinators is always faster, is what I remember. The cider stuff was always a bit wonky. I just don't remember how I managed to get the thing working with arithmetic combinators. Fearless games. Look forward to the upcoming. Oh, there's an upcoming one. I haven't actually really looked into them in those games in a really long time. I don't think I actually finished the remaster of the first one. It's good to see a Mafia fan though. I used to play the first one so much. It was good fun. I don't know what it is. For an open world game, it was great. When did it come out? Like 2000. At least this summer. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Yeah. I mean, even the remaster snuck up on me. Oh, the pain and suffering and PTSD from the completing all the free ride extremes. That was something. Yeah, mine was discreet. Mine would have been discreet. Because it's after 10, need to make a note of it. So multiply the pulse by 300. Have that constantly running divided by negative 300. Let me just could also leave it in Discord, but so I'm just sketching this down as a so pulse multiply by 300. What was the second step? Store that, so you have that. Yeah. Throw it together, blueprint, and leave it in the Factorio tab. That'd be good. Yeah. And divide by 300. Yeah. I'm not wrapping my head fully around it. Oh yeah, it's fine. You can, I won't be able to, like it's 10:30 at night. I don't need it right now. Yeah, I'm not wrapping my head around it at the minute. I think my brain is done for the night. Oh. But I'm happy at least. That's should be Gleba dealt with for now. I'm gonna leave that there. This over here. Advisor making a purple science build, trying to make one with beacons, can't figure out a way to make it efficient. Playing Factorio, so did a space A. Okay, so there are a few ways to do it. I'm, oops, very partial to the direct build. I'm trying to think. Actually, the best way to go forward would be to go back to that one. Direct inserting rail is definitely the way to go. There's a particular combination I do with the direct insert, and I need to have a look. But yeah, direct insert rail, always, is the way to go. It's too bad I never fully finished this rebuild. What was this? This was, oh yes, this one. Purple. Yeah, yeah, direct insert. This thing needs a lot of stone though. One poles multiplied by 300 was a result sigma -1 when the stored value is divided by -300. That -1 lasts. 300 ticks gives you an average. Ah, it's actually quite clever. But yeah, so sorry. This is one of a few ways to do it. This one I think is only 10 beacon, but you know within. If you were to say this is only an 8/8 beacon build, you can offset the sticks and the rail. This was the sort of the thing that I wanted to highlight. So the sticks and the rail don't need to be fully 8/8 beacons because they don't need to run at the same rate. This thing pretty much hardly runs. But yeah, because this is speeded, it'll always have the rail it needs, and it can feed two of them when they're fully beaconed. But yeah, this thing will annihilate stone. Like, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. It can feed 4. 1. Yeah, it can only feed 4 rail things. And I think, from memory, this actually is might no one will be steel. Yeah, one will be steel, or possibly no, it'll be one stone, one steel. So yeah, that's something to think about is yeah, pairing them off. Yeah, and that works for an 8/8 beacon build. Pairing them off, or in this case 10 as well. You can squeeze more beacons in. There are other ways to do it. That's time. That's what we want. No, we do want A to Z. Back to this one again. I think this one used chest transfers. Actually, no. This one's 8/8 beacon as well. But what you can do is you can rotate instead of having the beacons in parallel with the machines, you make the beacons perpendicular to the machines. So like this. So instead of, having parallel beacons like that, going up vertically as the build goes up, you make the beacons horizontal. Hey, Core Commander. Trying to make direct insertion to avoid bots and belts where possible. Yeah, so this one might be some inspiration. So, you have the stick in the middle, rail either side of that, and then purple either side of that. And yeah, you rotate it 90 degrees effectively. This one I wanted to highlight specifically because it's I like this one. But yeah, this would also potentially work with other builds that you're trying to come with. Just rotate at 90 degrees. Have a go at rotating 90 degrees, the 8/8. It does end up with a wide build, admittedly, but then again, like so's red circuits. Oh yeah, hey, it might be high for bed though. Going to overproduce. Oh, because I loaded this into Space Age, it's dead. The buildings are yeah. Overproducing intermediates don't matter as long as they're at least as fast as the output. It doesn't matter if these produce faster than the final ones. The main thing is that yeah, it's sort of a case of getting the final producer as fast as possible, and then everything else at least as fast as, if not more fast. Trying to use new buildings like the foundry and so on. Oh, okay, yep. Yeah, the foundry. Once you start throwing beacons at them, worth making sticks in the foundry. Um, that's an interesting one. Cramming a foundry in here is kind of annoying. There are two schools of thought for that. Let's see. Let's jump back in here. Yeah, that's a 1.0 save, or technically it's a 0.12 save. So there's a lot of things broken in when it's loaded into Space Age. So there are two schools of thought when it comes to that. Because you can make sticks directly, or you can make the plate, make use of the productivity modules and the inherent productivity, and then add even more productivity on top of that with the sticks. So you get 100% productivity there, and then another 150% there. Yep, we do. That there? Yeah, that's there. Yeah, as Nug says, the problem with the two is that becomes a UPS bottleneck. because this is more active machines and active inserters. But that is only true once UPS becomes your bottleneck, like once the game starts slowing down. Until that case happens, do whatever's the most, pays you the most, or whatever's convenient. Like if it's easier to make sticks in the assembler, make sticks in the assembler. It's sticks after all. Like what goes into sticks? Like, uh, well, maybe concrete. Refined concrete, sorry. But other than rail, and like looking at what would it look like? Something like that. There. Yeah, I think it's space time. Rail versus rail. It's just imposing foundry sitting right there. And you'd be doing your science. Just saying that really funny, the science. Trying to reduce yellow box usage. I think that helps with you. Anything that gets bot travel, active bots hurts UPS. That's the big one. Lots of active inserters, lots of active machines. Once you get beyond that, then it's sort of this drilling down deeper and deeper into what it is. It's really about saving UPS or recovering UPS is all about just finding like inserters that are doing more work than they need to, machines that are running slower when they could be running faster. In general, the faster a machine is, the less of them you need, which in turn means the less drain they are. If they're you can overspeed them to the point where they back up. That's fine as well, because a machine that isn't working is a machine that isn't costing UPS. Rail would have been a good one for a foundry recipe. It would have. Lucifer made a mod that gives more casting recipes, because things like engines as well seems like a really good casting basket case. I'm surprised that one isn't there. I guess the argument is it's a complex assembly, not a cast thing, even though engine blocks are cast. I wouldn't be surprised if that's in Bob's, actually. If Bob's has casting engine blocks, and then you assemble the block to the rocker cover, and the rocker cover to the valve stems, and the valves to the the head spins. Bags for turrets. Oh yeah. It'd be quite a spicy one though, you know, just pouring the casting out the iron and the imaginary gunpowder. Oh, yep. You're right. If it was Bob's Mods, you would have the casting sand, and so you would have to make the casting sand, or reprocess the casting sand. You would have to form the casting sand into the cast. There's another step I can't think of. Oh yeah, yeah. After you cast it, then you need to trim the I forget the term for it. You know, trimming the stems from the casting off, and the bit where the seam is. Bake the cast. Oh yeah, temper it. Is Industrial Revolution still a thing? I remember trying to play that when it first came out, and it was kind of annoying, to put it mildly. There are a lot of strange recipes in it that didn't really make sense. Oh. Yeah, you can have Bioflux. Really like the individual control tower. It was always the problem with Bob's is that it's sort of process steps for the sake of process steps. It's like you need the bearing. The one that sort of drove me insane was the single step, single input, single output processes. So the one that drove me insane in particular was like you had to make the bearing casing and then the bearing balls and then combine them into the the bearing, the fully assembled bearing. And like the races and the balls didn't exist anywhere else in this recipe. So actually, I think it was more like that. So it was this linear step or linear chain of assembly machines, which effectively all did one thing. Like these intermediates go out of one and immediately into the next, and those are just it's busy work, is what that is. Had good art and most the art was good, yeah. So worse for UPS, more machines, but direct insert or less machines, but sending stuff on to a bus. Uh, Gets complicated, that does. Because a bus can work if the belt is... So, getting into the weeds of UPS, the biggest drain on, or for belts, the drain on UPS is transport line gaps, because the way the game tracks belts is it keeps track of the gaps in the belts. And so if you want to minimize UPS, you want to eliminate gaps as much as possible. And that's by making machines faster, always filling belts, which in turn adds inserters, which again, sort of trading one for the other. It's a headache. I try and do direct insertion as much as possible and fill belts and sort of have, everything exactly what's required in, exactly what's required out. I usually overpressurize the inputs or like set the output to like a half belt or a belt and then find whatever the overpressurized minimum input is. The game knows where the items are because it knows where they are not. Yes. A picture. Current idea for purple science. Okay, you're daisy chaining chests. Yeah, what you could do is pull the rail and the science together. So I like the idea of the build, but yeah, my Factorio brain immediately sees an opportunity to eliminate inserters. Um, you don't have a thingy in you. Because, like, yeah, what I always try and do is have, like, a single chest there, then you have inserter through, and then you'd have the machine there and the machine there directly. So it'll look like that. Trouble is that then it means reshuffling the various belts around. The only catch is, yeah, you have to offset these beacons though. That becomes annoying. But it may... Yeah, you offset it that away. That away. That's fine. Oops. Oh, that's why. There. And then you go there and then there. I think that works. Yeah, 12 and 12. Yeah, and the little... when you pull these together, then you end up with a little gap here, but they're still 12 and 12 beaconed. So then it works out. The only downside is that you can't make this symmetric like that easily. Oh, it might work. Oh, it does work. There you go. In that case, you could pull them like that. I'm pretty sure I've done this before, that's why it came to me so quickly. But yeah, you could... Interestingly, I made the horizontal one again. That's why. That's why it's on my mind. Yeah, I always try and pull... If there's a beacon gap, I always try and pull them as tight as possible. When will I set up direct training? I already sort of started on that process. Sticks on a belt. Yeah. I mean, realistically, you'd have to do something like that. Trouble is that, I think, kills it to 11 beacon, yeah. So that should be 12 beacon. Oh, it's beacon aligned. That's why this is problematic. Yeah, that's why you can't do a symmetric build. Yep. Yeah, you can't do a symmetric build for that reason, because you can't get the sticks in. Because the sticks have to be there. Yeah, and then from then on, you would repeat it. Yeah, wire on a belt is the worst. Anyway, I was saying I need to get out of here, so I need to get out of here and finish up. So, we shall continue this on tomorrow. Where we probably going to move on to... So, it's either going to be Aquilo or Fulgora. And I kind of want to just... Because Aquilo is dead simple at the end of the day, and I kind of want to just get Aquilo done and finished forever. Oh, so how's that doing? Struggle busing. Pretty hard. I'm getting distracted again. Not through the military, because military is legitimately still the closest to the original build. Yeah, that's why. I'll do pile of them. So yeah, Aquilo is on the hit list next. Because it has not been updated since... pretty much since it colonized it. I haven't touched it. So that's what we're going to look at tomorrow. We're going to go back to Aquilo, back to the Land of Cold. Spies making military science. Were you around for version 15 and 16? It's 015, 016? Because that would give... Because 15, 16 military science is the stuff of nightmares. For those that don't know, it was... So the current military science is, you know, it's grenades, wall, and ammo. The old one was it wall still? I think it was wall. It was turrets. Gun turrets. Instead of ammo. So, it was gun turrets, grenades, and... Yeah, wall. You basically needed 4 iron belts to pour into, like, this much military. It was something like that. Is it 2 or is it 4? I don't remember. It was like 2 iron belts or something. At least 2 iron belts went into military. Yeah. Still remember there was just 4 science. Oh, simple times. Simple times. Anyway, this is a very long delayed ending. As I say, we'll continue on tomorrow. We're going to go get to the Land of the Cold. So tune in again tomorrow to see that. Yeah, you need to make gears. So yeah, that's it for me for today. So, thank you for watching. Appreciate you being here. Enjoy the rest of your day and evening. Have a good night if it's night. Have a good day if it's day. And I'll see you next time.